Hey everybody, we are at Tiny Life Homes in Franklin, North Carolina. We have been touring some of the houses on their lot, and we encourage you, if you live in the area and want to check out what they got, come on down to their sales lot. We'll put links to their information in the description of this video so you can find out where they're at, find out how to get here, plan a trip. If you live in the area, it's exciting. They have two communities, and we're going to do probably a separate little short video detailing their communities. But so you can find out that information. But the home we're in right now is called the Lincoln. Now we saw Lincoln earlier, and I'll put a little black bar up here that says Lincoln or something, so you can watch that one. This one's quite a bit different than the first one we toured. So without further ado, I'm gonna let Miss Tammy take you outside and get a look around, and then you come in, and we'll get on this tour really, really quickly.
Now if you're tired of mansions and rent too high, come on down where the ceilings kiss the sky. They're rolling through the country in a big old van with a GoPro, a dream, and a downsizing plan. Mrs. Tammy points, look at that storage stair. Mr. Chubby stuck in a loft with half his derriere. Mini splits humming, solar panels shine, hangover bars hanging just fine. Compost and toilets in a barn door by, tiny home tours.
Hi guys, one of the big key differences you're going to see in this Lincoln is looks like I'm in the house, but I'm not in the house. I'm actually inside an enclosed porch. So they fully enclosed this porch. You can see I have a single door entry here. You saw the walk outside. There is no porch on the outside. You can build your own deck, put your own stoop, whatever you'd like to do. This room now, the home itself is 12 by 44 basically is the frame size, which means your interior width throughout the house is 11 foot and a couple inches. And this enclosed section of this porch is not heated and cooled. You do the math, 12 by 44, that gets you well over 500 square foot. Well, RV park model has to be less than 400 square feet. So this is really a 396 square foot. We're not including the enclosed porch square footage towards that square footage because it's not heated and cooled. So that's the caveat. You could, if you wanted, configure this in such a way where you could put an additional mini split unit out here. You could ventilate in here. You could run a vent between the wall that pulls some of the mini split air out, or you could leave these doors open and you'd probably get enough in here. But this room's 9'8" by 11'1". Yes, Miss Tammy has a question.
But the factory will not put a mini split in that section. No. You have to do it yourself, right? Because of the RV requirements, specifications, and standards. Right?
Yeah, the RV Industry Association A119.5 would not allow them to heat and cool this. This is something you would have to do as a DIY project. Maybe Mr. Cool would like to put an ad right here and talk to you about that little mini split that you can install yourself. But they've utilized this space for a little seated area to sit and read, a dining space to put an extra table and chairs, because the Lincoln does limit on the inside of the home. You are slightly limited on the space you have in this living area. Now, I didn't get to show it this way because this, being at Tiny Life Homes, this manufacturer is Mountain View Cabins. They use the log construction in most of their homes that we've seen. These are the 12-inch by 4-inch exterior wall construction. But you've seen some of the videos from Tiny Life Homes. Let me get this Like Live tape measure back on. I'll just tell you this is 8 foot 1 inch basically to the cabinets right there in the kitchen. So this space 8 foot 1 by 11 foot 1. You've got a mantle over your built-in fireplace. Haven't seen this in any of the Mountain Views yet, but they built the fireplace into the corner here, which is a neat addition, neat feature because of this enclosed porch. Got your real living space here, your eat-in bar. Right here they have 2 seats configured. There is a storage area, a door here that you can come inside underneath the cabinet to get to some things and have some additional storage. We got a bank of 3 lights here, 2 here. I call them lights. That's what we used to call them when I used to install them. But they're windows. You can add, delete windows as you wish in certain configurations in homes. So if it's too much light for you, we don't have any lights on in this home. There are plenty of LED recess lights. There's 4 in this room. You got a fan, and you have all your nice. This is a natural look finish inside this home with the contrast of the really dark beams. Now, as we walk around, you've kind of got this little bit of space here, and you're wondering, well, what do you do here? Well, this sort of walkway into your kitchen, but they went ahead and built this out as a little doggy or a cat house, however you want to say cat house. That doesn't sound really good, but it's not a cat house. But it's a nice little spot. It's got some hog wire fencing on there and a little latch. You can store your dogs. It's a little spot. We would use it for litter box, but this is a set of stairs that goes up to the loft. And I don't know if Tammy's panned up yet or not, but they have those really nice wooden rails to the loft as you go up. The ceiling does get higher over the loft overall from the base floor. One of the upgrades we always see in these Mountain View is they do the they don't do the sheet vinyl. They do the luxury vinyl plank flooring in these homes, which is nice. It just feels better under your feet than your basic sheet vinyl. And another feature, I haven't mentioned this in many of the videos, but they're exterior doors. They swing out, so that's pretty cool. They reverse them so they swing out and they flip the threshold the right way, but it's a cool feature. So you're not having your door swing into your space where you can store it. I mean, where you want to set furniture or something. This is one of the coolest countertops I have seen. This is a granite, but it's got that textured matte looking finish. I call it well, I don't want to call it a football finish, but it's kind of a leather finish. You run your hand on that, it's not glossy and smooth. It is a textured finish, and it's really, really cool. This bar, Tammy, can you stand with your belly right up against the edge? I'll try to get a measurement of how wide this counter is. 2'11", 3 foot, 36 inches. Excuse me. Gives you plenty of room. They've cut the corner here so you don't bump into a corner as you walk around. Standard kitchens in these Mountain View cabins here at Tiny Life Homes give you a full wooden cabinetry. That's complete plywood, full wood fronts. They put the soft close and soft hinges and drawer glides in the drawers, so everything is soft close. Typically, they don't put a dishwasher. Their standard appliance package is normally what we've seen is black GE. This one is a little bit upgraded. It's got the GE stainless microwave, black and stainless combo glass cooktop. This one does have an apron sink, which is rather large. This is a Zune, Z-U-H-N-E sink. It's a pretty heavy, that is not a light gauge stainless sink in here. But nice faucet with the spring sprayer combo, so you don't have to have another hole drilled and a separate sprayer.
Although it's a different color than the knobs.
Right. Yeah, your knobs in here are black. That's stainless, so it's a little different. But we complain about that all the time because Tammy has that big time eye for detail. And when we're finishing our homes that we're redoing and whatnot, remodeling, we watch those details really closely. And I was wrong. Mrs. Tammy just caught me. Does have a small 18-inch.
So it must be an
dishwasher
option for this particular.
Yeah, we didn't spend a lot of time talking to Tiny Life Homes about all the options, but we're going to put links in the description of their website, everything like that, of their communities and all that stuff that you can look at, and you can look at some of the options you can get in their homes. They right now are selling Clayton, and they are selling these Mountain View. Now to Tammy's left, your left, there is the stairs going up to the loft. We will explore the loft later. You see the height of the ceiling here in this half of the kitchen gets shorter because of the loft being above us. Also the bathroom. Real quick before Tammy comes in here and gives you a tour, I'm going to tell you this bathroom is 4 foot 5 inches wide, and it is 7.5 long. This one, couple features as Tammy comes in. They've got a couple built-in shelves over the toilet. They carry the same nice countertop in to the bathroom and the same cabinets. And there is a mirror to the left of Tammy. She doesn't really want to show you that too much. It's a because you'll get a reflection of her walking around like you do Chance every time he's touring a home. But it's a medicine cabinet you get in this home. A lot of you say in the comments you don't want those big showers. You want a bathtub. You might want to be, going to the lake, taking a couple of kids, and you want to give them a bath. After they've splashed in the lake and they smell like a sea turtle, you can throw them in that bathtub. This one has a bathtub. It's cool. It's got the center drain instead of the drain down at the end. The finishes in here are the oil rub bronze. For the most part, I would have probably went ahead and went a step with the black, with the countertops being black. But that's just me and the way I like to do things. But you do get your lights. You got a 3-light, I call a cheapo, like they use at ITH, those vanity lights. I don't like those at all.
Hollywood lights.
Hollywood lights. But you do get a recessed light over the tub. You get a window in the back, extra ventilation. You do get a ventilation fan. You get elongated seat height toilet, which is very comfortable. Pocket door coming in. I'm trying, in case you're asking, I'm trying to get away from doing all these measurements. I've done some ADA compliance information in 1 or 2 of our tiny home videos, but ADA compliance says for wheelchair accessibility, doorways have to be 36 inches, and you just can't do that much in these homes. Now, they can build an ADU or a tiny home that is ADA compliant. Most manufacturers can. I'm not saying that for everyone or all the ones we tour. This thing is only 22 inches wide with the pocket door here. So if you've got accessibility, it's best just to talk to the dealer and the manufacturer. Now, continuing down the hallways, we see a lot of times you've got your GE stack. I believe that's a GE stackable washer dryer unit here. Really no shelving or anything or any place in here where you've got linen storage, but you'll figure it out. When you get to living tiny, you're only going to have 1 towel, 1 bed sheet, 1 blanket. You got to really do what you got to do. You can't hang on to everything you got. Downsizing is a definite thing you're going to have to do. This bedroom.
This bedroom is an upsize.
Yeah, this bedroom is an upsize. This is a king size bed in here. That might be a California king. Look how big that thing is. I don't even know how big that bed is.
It's king size.
It is king size. This bedroom is from where Tammy is standing to me over here by that exterior window is a little over 9 foot, maybe 9 foot 8 inches. Let me check real quick. It was 9 foot 3 or 9 foot 8. 9 foot 3 from me to Tammy, and you're 9 foot from the wall to the sliding doors, orange style doors to your closets. You got dual closets in this one. You have. I'm gonna swap sides with Tammy. Get behind her. She can go around me, and oh, maybe not. She wants to show you the closet.
So when you say closet, I need to show closet.
All right. Well, here's the closet. Give you the width. That's 2 foot 1 and a 16th, and the depth is going to be 2 foot 2 and a half. Plenty of room in those closets. One thing we notice a lot with the Mountain View is they typically build a nice wooden box here to hide your electrical panel. It's not been done in this home.
In that case, it's because of the door. Look how the door shuts to there. It would have impeded the space or something.
Yep. You couldn't build one around this. You'd have to move this panel over about 4 inches to do it. So that's probably why they didn't do that. But it is a feature they do in most of the homes, just not this Lincoln. And again, this is a different Lincoln than we showed you before. You do get a mini split Mitsubishi in here. You get 4 recessed lights. You get 2 exposed beams. You get the cathedral.
Built-in.
And you have built-in nightstands. And this is a feature they do. They don't always do the built-in nightstands, but they do put your GFCI outlets here. In some of their homes, they even put a switch here, so when you plug in your lamp, you flick the switch and the lamp will come on or off. You get a remote control for your mini split, and I think you do get a remote control for the fan. It's just not hanging on the wall. You have your safety thing in the ceiling for your carbon monoxide smoke detector, things like that. Of course, this is going to be an egress window. It's big enough for Mr. Chubby to get his fat booty out in case of an issue. And you've got the cathedral ceiling in here. Let me find a spot, get my laser on it, and tell you how tall that ceiling is. That's almost 11 foot to the peak. Yep, 10 foot 10 inches to the peak. And of course you got lowered ceilings here as we come back out to go to the loft. Pocket door here. I think it's about the house. Besides the loft, which I'm going to take you up there and give you a few measurements and get out of this one. You guys, we really enjoyed our time here at Tiny Life Homes. I know you've seen some of these homes in quick tours before if you watch some other YouTubers because they come here, but you've got a Mr. Chubby tour now. We hope you like our content. If you do like our content, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, ring the notification bell, share it with your friends so we can grow our audience. One thing I want to point out, we missed before I walk up the stairs. Nice stairs to the loft, but look. You got some drawer space. One drawer here and one here. So you can store some shoes or some socks or your dog toys, your books, whatever you want. Not in every step, but under these steps is the little litter box, dog house, whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's big enough for Miss Chubby to be shoved up in there if Miss Tammy gets mad. But anyway, 2 foot 2 1/4 inches wide to get upstairs. We're gonna go up and check out the loft. All right, folks, we are in the loft. We're gonna take a quick look around. One of the things we do like about these lofts, they do have carpet, which is a really, really nice feature. Give you some quick dimensions. I'll show you a few things. We've got recessed lights in this loft. I think there are 2. Yep, 2. There's one just over there and one right here. You got your egress windows on each side, the sliders. You've got a connection straight over there for your TV, if you want to mount a TV in here. Another safety monitor, I call them. I don't want to just score carbon monoxide detector. But again, this is 11 foot wide, 11 foot 1 inches wide, and I believe it's just at 8 foot from right here, doop, all the way over to that wall, 8 foot. And you do get a bonus little space right there in that area. That's 2 foot 2 wide. Is the same width of these stairs. You get these nice rails. I really like these rails. You got carpet. You still have the little, you do have the beam right here in the middle that could bonk your head if you're not careful, but there's a lot of height in this loft, really. I'm over on the eave, and my height over here is just at 3 foot. So you're probably, I want to say 4 foot right at the center, but you still got that 8-inch beam or so sticking down. So you got 3 foot height clearance. And I call this a step, sit, and slide loft. And why do I call it that? Let me show you. I'm going to try to maneuver this camera around without giving you too much confusion. But the stairs right here, when you get to the top of the stairs, you've got your landing. So the landing comes around. It just sort of sits here, but you've got all this step. This is probably close to 30 inches from here to the bottom. So then you sit here, and then you slide over into the loft. It's really the easiest way to do it. Unless you're a kid, you're just going to run up the steps, and you're just going to jump into the loft. But again, I wish folks would address this a little bit. As you get older and you crawl around on your knees, crawling on that wood and that sharp edge right there is not the most comfortable, but you do have carpet, which is really nice. But that's about all I've got to say about this house. The view from the loft real quick. Sort of like this. Kind of cool. Fireplace down there. All of those things. And it's a really nice home. Hope you guys enjoyed this tour. Give us a like and leave us a comment. What do you think about this house? You like it? And we'll see you on the next one. Go.
Like and subscribe, guys. I hope you like it. Share, guys. Bye, guys.
Your backyard, the rent is free in a home that's as small as a memory. toilets humming, solar panels shine, hangover bars hang you just fine.